Knowing how the defenses failed and led to a catastrophic chain of consequences, Mike Waitman now examines whether the power company which runs the plant, TEPCO, could have done anything to avoid the disaster. He believes they may have been negligent in the run-up to the tsunami. In 2002, TEPCO took part in a study into the impact of tsunamis on power plants. They concluded there was a 0% chance that an earthquake large enough to cause a damaging tsunami would affect the Fukushima plant in the next 30 years. They were wrong.
They didn't address the tsunami hazard sufficiently well. You must not underestimate rare natural events, and you must take those into account in your design.
TEPCO say they had taken appropriate safety measures, taking account of all known information. But they say the scale of the tsunami was beyond anything they could have foreseen, and that since the incident, they've done everything possible to stabilize their reactors. After the disaster, the fallout from how it was handled spreads far and wide. Residents like Eriko believe they were told too little, too late about the potential dangers caused by the explosions. They blame both the power company TEPCO and the government.
There was absolutely no information about radiation. The only information we were getting was about expanding the evacuation zone.
The government itself struggled to ensure the release of information. The Prime Minister was personally committed to being open, but he was dependent on his advisors.
Immediately after the incident, the PM asked the experts, "What do you think is going to happen to Fukushima next?" None of the experts could give clear answers. The only thing they confidently said was, a hydrogen explosion is not going to happen due to its design. We thought, if we cannot believe what they say, what can we really believe?
The Prime Minister's experts had few details at their disposal because so little information was coming from TEPCO.
What did the people in close connection with the Fukushima nuclear plant, such as TEPCO, really know? And did they share all their knowledge with the government?
Prime Minister Naoto Kan was caught up in events beyond his control. 5 months after the tsunami, he was forced to resign, with no end to the Fukushima disaster in sight. At the plant, the reactors are being brought into cold shutdown. But they continue to be dangerously radioactive.
Clearly, the incident is still not under full control, and it may take some years before you get full access. Despite that, we know enough to move forward as a world community to learn lessons from Fukushima.
Some nations have decided there is only one lesson to learn. In May 2011, 2 months after the disaster, Germany decided to halt its nuclear power program and focus its finances on research into renewable energy sources. Switzerland and Italy have followed suit. Japan relies on nuclear power for 30% of its energy use. With no power being generated at Fukushima, Tokyo is experiencing regular power shortages. The new Prime Minister is committed to continuing the country's nuclear program. At Fukushima, the workers who stayed to wrestle control of the plant and firemen like Ichiro Suzu, the true heroes of this event, have been given the all-clear from medics. But again, it may take some years before the full consequences are known. Teacher Eriko never made it further than the airport. She's now living in a flat with her family, some 80 kilometers from the plant. The bus her kindergarten class traveled home in missed the tsunami. All the children survived. In the area around Fukushima, the disaster's effects will remain for many years to come. An exclusion zone 20 kilometers around the plant is still being enforced. All farms are abandoned. 4 centimeters of radioactive topsoil must be removed from every plot of fertile land. Until then, no crops can be grown again. It could be 10 years before 100,000 people in evacuation centers across the region will be allowed to return to their homes.
Next in air crash investigation.
Here, look inside. That isn't all. Come around here. I couldn't open it alone. Give me a hand. This is lead.
This is lead too. It's all lined with solid lead.
It's fantastic.
Shut up a minute, listen.
Don't touch anything.
They're only cameras. I want to see what they're aimed at.
What is it?
See what you think.
It's not possible.
It's all too possible.
I saw photographs. Yes, I was reading it in a book yesterday. It's not possible.
We could be wrong. I don't think so. It all adds up. Ships out there, the animals, these lead blockhouses. We picked ourselves a Pacific island that's just about to disappear.
And these cameras, I suppose they're timed to start operating when the atom bomb's detonated.
Yeah, that's about it. Except that that's probably an H-bomb out there.
You shan't know the difference.
Is there a way of telling how long we've got?
Yeah, wait a minute. What time do you make it?
5:30.
Check.
Yes, just coming up 31 minutes past.
This thing's set for 11 o'clock. We still have 5.5 hours.
5.5 hours to live.
It's better than nothing, isn't it? You can put some distance between us. Come on, what are we waiting for? Let's get back to the others.
The whole picture. I wish I could say something to make it look a bit brighter. There's no point in pulling any punches. Whitey did a pretty good job. When he took that dinghy and made sure of the other one, he took our only chance.
Before we become defeatist about it, is there any possibility of planes coming to find us first?
Captain? No. None whatsoever. Absolutely none.
Thank you. Just thought I'd ask.
Well, that thing over there, nobody will come within 100 miles of us till it's all over.
But it can't be true. He's only saying that, isn't he?
No, I'm not just saying it, I'm telling you. Everybody was scared off yesterday with a phony hurricane warning. We're dead already.
There's no need to shout, Captain.
No? Well, let me tell you what we're in for.
Jack, shut up!
Because I know. I'm one of those lucky, privileged people who got in on the first.
Jack, nobody wants to hear about that.
No, nobody wants to hear about it. You read about the bomb and you say how terrible, then you close your minds. It serves us right, a lot of us. You don't know what these things are like, not really, but I do. I was along as observer when they dropped the first one on Japan. And I went back afterwards and saw what we'd done. I took pictures. I've still got those pictures. Here.
Oh,
pictures
stop
I
it,
can't
somebody
forget.
stop.
Right inside here, in beautiful colors.